Alright, so today is our Mega Monday, so we continue here with our raid on a planet that I cannot even speak. On Bethonolog, I guess. Raids so far are a bit of a mixed thing. On one hand, it's fun to do, but for some reason I get thrown into much higher difficulty. Like we are on a planet, I think that has one skull or something like that. But we get level 4 skull missions, and sometimes we even get them with many raids, so many supports, so not very nice. So let's see what the current mission leads us to. The recovery polar 2.5 skulls, that should be doable. Against the Canopians again. Local firepower hopefully lag us quite a bit. 418 is pretty good. Let's go with full money. Rather sell things than take the small amount of money that we had. There's something wrong with the Phoenix Hawk, I guess, but you can take a look at that after the mission. We have Block so far again, we got Finboy, no named Max, and Depp is in the Bitworth. Yes. No tanks because the radar is still injured. Would be doable. What's the issue with the Phoenix Hawk exactly? How much are you underweight? I would like to know. Not be that much, right? You got M laser and A laser and I guess you're just finishing a jump fit or something like that, so it doesn't matter. You'll just deal with Foley.
Command interface initiated.
Give me just one more minute. So, that's our base, and we need to get our target out. Currently, the Iron Hand will fight for the Magic Tracks, which is very nice for us. I see no message about enemies so far, so this is pretty neat. Really only the base, and that should be easy enough. There's a road going all the way to here, but not very direct. I guess the easiest would still be to simply go directly there.
Moving.
It's a bit bad for our slow-ish mechs, because it means they will be left behind a bit,
Affirmative.
but still be doable.
Coordinates received. Moving.
Confirmed. On my way.
Enemy contact apparently. So there's an unknown vehicle, so not a mech, but a vehicle.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Ah, shitty position to be in. Didn't notice it
Got
at
it.
first.
Roger that.
See if they will be coming to us. We can see from the initiative that it's pretty slowish. And there is one mech. Apparently going the long way around. I mean, I say the long way, but actually I think we can't go down here. That's unfortunate, so they can see us. Didn't do much, maybe mortars or so.
Standing
Let's
by.
see, let's cyclonic claw it a bit. Apparently we can kinda shoot on you from here. We'll at least see what it is. Even though apparently our light of sign is not very good. It's indeed a mortar carrier, and this is a Huron warrior. He got a what? A what? A reverse Gauss rifle? What the hell is a reverse Gauss rifle? He got a... I have no idea what a reverse Gauss rifle is, but he has it. Apparently he could also stealth, which is interesting. Sentinel immunity, of course. Oh, he got this new triple strength Myomar. Oh, I would like to have that. Its kick capacity weapon damage increased by 30%, punch by 40%, boost speed by 10%. Generates more heat from weapon fire though, but it's still pretty cool. The first one I see from those. And he also got active stealth armor, so even more heat, but more evasion. You got 16, 20, 24 mortar shells. That was a very good shot from us. Oh god, we really got it! That means all the shots were concentrated. Actually amazing. You can already see another mech down there and a vehicle. That was an autocannon. That probably some missiles.
Yes.
Alright, how far can we go? We could shoot from there, but this thing had got 7 evasion, so it makes absolutely no sense
Let's roll.
to take a shot at that one. And it looks like they already have already moved. That's sure that they did.
Action, Commander.
Alright. Rocket on the fastest is probably useless. Actually 10%, not that bad. Ah, why not? Let's waste some money on it. I don't do much. That was 6 damage. Okay, that was really was not much, man. 9 damage. But still, not exactly useful. Next turn will also be different. The Huron actually is a danger to us, because he's quite quick with the evasion. He got this weird reverse Gauss rifle, which I still don't know what it is. And he can hit us hard in melee, so we need to see how we deal with that one.
What can I do for you? Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Range 12%, even less.
Commencing
But still,
strike.
just a few hits here and there, you know. Because we will have to slowly, very slowly beat it up. You're in range, 55 tons. You are an Hephaestus actually. But apparently Bethonolog is not working or so? Weird.
Standing by.
I don't... Very weird. Either it doesn't work. Well, it probably doesn't work, but still weird. We saw it for a second then.
Roger.
Are you in range, 70-ton vehicle? Yes, you are.
Not along.
You are a Gallant Mark 1. That means you got tons of MG, very heavy armor, especially for your weight class. An AC 10 only and a few rockets, so actually not much of a danger.
Yes, Commander. Roger that.
Alright, I want to see what this guy does. He runs away. unexpected. I think he missed the cyclone here. Missed the cyclone, I guess.
Yes.
Well, we need to. I can try that actually.
On my way, Commander.
Can take a shot at the gallant. It's only one shot, and we are in a cold area. You can maybe also go with Battlelord. Shouldn't do too much additional heat.
Guns on target.
I mean, it won't be doing much because this thing got tons of armor. But you need to start with something, right? That was a PPC and some missiles. Hey, decoy. How's the mech battling going? We just started.
Yeah? What can I do you for?
Looks quite interesting so far. Since you got a pretty strong mech here, the Huron mech, which I'm not sure how to best deal with.
Roger that.
But hopefully we can deal with the rest first. And then find a way.
Roger.
Because this mech is basically very evasive, but it's also very fast. And can hit very hard in melee. Obviously we don't want to get hit by that. So we need to figure out how we can deal with it. But you can't even sensor lock it or anything like that. So, like I said, it's a bit weird, not sure what to do there. Probably we need to do something like kick it really hard and then kill it in one turn or so. Right, at least you run steady, which means you can no longer run. And we could maybe push you over. Let's see if we can get them to move first, especially this one here, the Huron mech. Now this was the Hephaestus, missing our Hephaestus. Do me the favor and keep moving, they don't. And let's use our one and just move it to the side.
Full speed, no shooting. Got it.
And keep shooting at you.
Giving them everything I've
I
got.
think you're the weakest one right now. Okay, we're again unsteady and now you have to move. I still don't know what this weird reverse scout rifle is. I really need to take a look at that. Alright, but you only have 5 evasion now. That is actually quite decent. For us, that is. Now, we don't want to get too close to you. For the exact reason that I mentioned earlier. But we should be able to take an...
Roger.
We should be able to move earlier next turn. Let's ignore that for now and keep hammering at you.
Locking in all weapons.
In fact, you should be falling down now. We also got some structural damage, the orange one. So if you're lucky enough and you fall down, some of your internal parts could explode. And indeed, the right torso exploded, so of course the right arm is also gone. Sadly, the pilot has the injury assisted, but he lost his PPC, his biggest danger basically.
Yes.
Now the Phoenix Hawk. You could make yourself a target if necessary. Oh, actually now something triggered. Broken ribs from the fall itself. Not from the explosion. That sometimes happens. So just go for the head if you're lucky enough. Probably not. But if you are, that could knock him out. Yeah, that didn't look like the head. What did we hit? The leg and the torso, I believe.
What's the plan?
Alright, Firestarter, you are quick-ish. So let's go to here.
I understand.
And even though your line of sight is not very good, that's why it's orange. Let's also try the head. Well, that was the center torso, I believe. Because we hit basically from that side where there's no armor.
Waiting on you, Commander.
let their Gallant, their tank, move. Shouldn't be able to hit too much here. We got a nice amount of evasion for every of our mechs.
What can I do for you?
Alright, a bit rough. Well, you suck as usual. It is just what you do. You're too slow to see the enemies, and that's why your RT doesn't even really hit. Tempting to go after you, because we really need to push you down somewhat. So yeah, I want to go after you even though it's not optimal. Just in the hope that enough hits that we slowly peel away your armor. That is our commando. But I would love for you to run around, and so you shall do it.
My way. Double time.
We can center lock you so that you hit stuff less well next turn.
Hot damn. Let's
Alright, so now we would need to be a bit risky about that guy. The Cyclone is in real danger if that thing hits you. Could end your life. But I need to risk it so that we have a free attack, I think. Let's see what we can do with it. It will now probably move. And it couldn't reach us or didn't want to reach us, which is perfect. Because now we can go, take one of our mechs around here, and simply kick it. Too far, Cyclone, let's see. We won't be having much evasion, only 3. Which is not good on our light mech. But it is what we have. And now we need to concentrate everything we can on the Huron. A very good start.
What is it already? Let's roll.
Hopefully we can punch it out or at least push it down. Or destroy the side of his headset. Do you have it on both sides? No, you have it on your left arm, I think.
Alpha special change.
You can see it here. Oh, God, he's bleeding out. He got him in the head. Fantastic. That also means he got that one here. He's a debuff to evasion. Fantastic. That really was amazingly useful for us. If we go to here, we don't have much evasion, but we can take a nice shot at you again. Very nice hit ratings.
locking in all weapon systems.
Structure exposed. So you started an actuator, which means if he walks he could fall down. His engine got critted, which means he will get even hotter. And he already is getting additional heat from this and from this anyways, so that might be pretty neat. And in fact, we punched through his main armor. Supercharger and TSM in addition to that. This is a really interesting mech,
Reporting.
but I can't risk it. Let's get to a nice evasion, let's say 6.
Confirmed.
And let block the bleak, maybe finish him. You're too far for the flamers, but well, at least you got the right arm, so the reverse Gauss rifle is destroyed.
Scored a critical hit.
I hear ya.
Which may not actually be a good thing, because that means he will have to go into melee, and so far we haven't done enough damage on you.
Firing everything I've got. Receiving you.
Which makes this very dangerous. I would have loved to go after the other 2 targets, but the Huron must go down. Re-ejected! 5 parts! We can get the whole mech! Hell yeah! Let me block the bleak and get into his melee mech again. It's already a menace in the fire starter, but now he can be a menace in the Huron there. This one is really an amazing mech.
Minimal damage on that hit.
I got a beat on him.
Probably all we want to have for a medium punch mech. Now, next turn basically. How you look? Not very good. That's right. I'm getting close, and I'm going to tell you with Precise Strike that actually you're initiative 5, and if we hit nice enough, only orange damage. We hit his energy fuel cell twice. He's also panicked now, which means he's a much worse pilot right now. Oh yeah, he's nearly destroyed here too. Okay, Blockably got a flamer though. That's interesting because... Actually, can we shoot this thing in the... Actually, where are you hit earlier? Not at all, just a bit of the front, I guess. Front would be roughly here. 5 evasion should be fine too. How well do we hit this mech here? Not perfectly, so let's use that one here. Actually, did a Precise Strike not lower its initiative? It did, from 5 to 6. Alright, our Cyclone. Let's do that, just to be sure. And we could walk quite a bit. Let's do something like that. Walk to here first. And then we go to here. It's only 4 evasion. Again, not that much. But it will still destroy the 1 evasion that it does have. And maybe kick the leg a bit more, you know. Make the mech scare a bit. Or maybe we just shoot our lasers in its face. And kill it that way. Yeah. We just destroyed the engine, so the mech is gone.
One less target.
Only one part. But who cares, you got the Huron mech.
What is it already?
And what a Huron mech it is. Alright, Finboy and the Phoenix Hawk. Kick this thing with 5 evasion, that's very decent. Kick does nice damage, of course. And then we shoot it nicely too. This thing again got ton of armor, right? It got 1,400 in total. So, yeah.
What can I do for you?
We are working on it, okay? We are working on it.
Going turbo.
Go Battle Lord for more damage and sadly also more heat. At least you're the only one left, and it shouldn't be too brutal. We gave our best too. Sometimes that's all that we have to do. That we can do. Plus, it gets quite a nice amount of sensor impairment actually. Especially when these big blue plasma thingies hit. These are the PPCs. And when they hit a target, they not just hit quite nicely, do a nice amount of stability damage, but also make it so that they get a -2 to hit per hit of PPC. Actually, we're looking quite good. The 3 main sides are basically half dead. Still not too sure how far we can go. From this side. Sure, let's attack it from behind. Why not? Attack every side equally, you know.
On for physical attack.
Give it a good kick. Nice attack. The nice thing with rear attack is you ignore any damage reduction that is on it. So actually, we hit here for some reason, even though we attack from behind.
What's the plan?
Flamer is very useful against tanks too, even though there's something better, which we don't have sadly, namely rockets or missiles that shoot internal damage. That was too far, I guess. Why don't you let me attack here? Weird. Sometimes the elevation doesn't allow to do for certain things. However, this shouldn't be a problem here. I don't understand why this is not allowed. Well, it is what it is. That guy has just walked to here. Maybe the whole logic was a bit busted. Something can also happen.
Good to go.
Right, Cyclone, please keep going into roughly the same direction, and yeah, and we also can't do that. Weird. Well, then also go to 4 only.
Position confirmed.
And shoot that thing more or less from behind. See, the green line shows that.
Copy that.
They must be close to getting How did we hit the left side on that thing here? No, I
What
don't
is
want to
it
know.
already?
It's a bit wonky in regards to that. Okay, you also... Ah, sure, nobody can kick it anymore. Really weird. Alright, anyways, go to here, go to there, I guess. Also not exactly good, but hey. Now... We might be going into the red, so our own heat. No, not even that, because we are here on an Arctic sunset. But would be tempted to even go into the red to get a bit more damage, so that we maybe finally break through and destroy this thing. The nice thing is, if you break through the internals of a vehicle, you're probably going to destroy it very easily. You still need to be able to do that though. And we're looking a bit unlucky right now. Both of the sides are basically gone. You just need to hit them. And blue actually means we attack from this side, so there we are. We are finally through on one side. We also have a wheeled propulsion crit, which should mean that it can no longer turn so much. 2 points. 2. Alright. Same side attack, right? As well as also blue. That should be more than enough. And it is. Blew it up.
That's it. Now it's showtime.
Pilot got incapacitated twice. That's how hard we hit it. Hopefully that's all. But it could happen that that the reinforcements need to come in after we get our target here. We have to see. But at least we already blew up one main group, and they had no support. Alright, actually that was it. I can't wait to play around with the Huron. It's an amazing find. That we got that fully, that's unbelievably good. I'm going to gush about that thing for quite a while. So, not much money, but that doesn't matter. With a nice experience here, Finboy and Block the Bleak doing good jobs. Huron Warrior, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get up to 6 selected, and then we get up to 27 total, which hopefully is the rest too. Anything I would specifically like to get? An engine XXL. Tempting, tempting. Stealth, supercharger, there's so many things I would like to have, man. Let's go with an engine XXL. No, we core 300. That's some money right here. And we get, actually not as much as I thought we would get. We get the one more Hephaestus part, a carrier part, AMS, a laser I think, because you can shoot down rockets and so on. A few long range missiles, 5, they are decent. 4 MGs, very good. One mortar, huh? We got a Gyro XL supercharger, also not bad. The Guardian ECM, also good. Sadly, we didn't get the XXL core engine, but the rest is very decent. Still, I really want to work on our new friend. I want to see what the missile really does, and if you can. I don't think we can make the Huron better, actually. I think it's pretty much perfect, actually. Alright, time to take a look at it. Let's see. Also, why are you actually showing me that you're missing something? Ah, come on, it's like 0.687 tons. It's just one jump jet or something like that that's missing. That's all. And actually, the Phoenix Hawk can be quite nice if you invest a bit into it. That's something we could do. It would be very expensive though. We would need to put in an engine XL, maybe even a gyro XL. And look at the price. Boom, 100,000 just for that. Then maybe heavy ferro for less armor weight. And don't have much space left, which is not that important though. We would have 10 tons remaining actually. Good. So, a large binary laser would be very tempting actually. Can we do that? We could, if you're willing to cut out an M laser. Yeah, then our heat is a bit short. Sadly, we don't have a better heat sink. Very sad. Could add in an e-cooling. Although it doesn't do much in a mech like that. So I guess we would need to put in more normal heat sinks then. Like here, here, here. Oh, then we're over the tonnage limit. I mean, we don't need to use that one, right? Or we could put the M laser out to be stable. How much would we have then? I would perfectly fit actually. Do you still count for jumping 9 heat? Because we no longer got a jump jet in it, right? It would be quite fitting though. But yeah, look at the price for that, right? So far, the mech is still very decent. Now, the real question, the real fun... Yeah, I wanted to fix that one here, right? Because it's going on my nerves. Just put something small in it. Like... another jump jet S. There you go. One day, 350. And then they will stop bothering me. Alright, where are you, my lovely... It's indeed community content. So, what do you have, buddy? Got stealth armor, 300 XXL engine. I still don't know what this reverse Gauss is. Show me details, buddy. First off, it's volatile, so it can explode. It's pretty normal though for Gauss rifles. Sorry, I need to get through the door because apparently I forgot how to jump. So, anyways, what do? You got very damaged modes. Reverse scaling. Let's see, the shift the range band and increase damage and accuracy the further away the target is. Okay, so with that one, actually would like to keep me away from anything, which is wild. At short range, it loses range in each range bracket. Yeah, and does 50% less damage with long accuracy. At long accuracy, it does 50% more damage and has an accuracy bonus. There are only two on basically, short and long range. Low heat, high damage, even does far enough by melee. Yeah, recoil of 3. I would love to know how much exactly it does. So yeah. So max is 700, which is decent. Optimal 500. So that actually sounds like a weapon that could make this mech work like a tabletop mech. You run in, fire your gun, and when you're in, you use your short-range weapons. Quite decent. There's minimal space left though. So you got a supercharger for walking distance. Very nice. You got this big core. We got an engine XL and a gyro XL. We got stealth, which is amazing. We got a hatchet to hit harder. We got the TSM, for even more damage from that. Is there anything that could make it even better? Let's see. So we basically need to keep everything that, right? We cannot change out the lower arms or hand, which could do more damage. Supercharger we already got. We can walk real quickly. The Core 300 is pretty good too. I wouldn't mind a bit more armor, but then we would need to take out the reverse Gauss, which might be an option actually. It might be an option for sure. Could put an even bigger core too. How much more would we need if we go max armor? 3.6 tons. I mean, with all the additional heat, we would need something that does have a low heat, so this weapon is actually quite useful for us. How heavy are you actually? 17 tons. Each ammo also is 1, so it's 19 tons in total. Still, that's pretty good. I'm not sure if I like the weapon how it is. $70 damage, 30 stab. I mean, for what it is, it's quite decent. Again, we could use lasers, but nah, not really. If it's something like an OSC 10 or so, that might be an option, I guess. Hey Vintage, how you doing? But overall, I think this is really very decent. I guess I could use missiles too, but no, they're also too hot. No, I think it's fine. It's a very interesting machine. I wouldn't mind more armor, but that's the main thing I would like. Anything we could still put in that one slot? I mean, we don't have the weight. It's really perfectly planned for that. That's fine. Let's immediately use it. What are you doing? We started a new run as pirates, and we're going raiding all the time. Which is an interesting experience, because the raiding missions go from 1 star to 4 stars, or skulls, sorry. Just like that, but we got this nice, humanly content Huron warrior, which is an absolute beast. It's insanity. Basically, it's a Huron with engine XXL, gyro XL, core 300, supercharger, stealth armor, the TSM thing, and yeah, interesting machine, let's say. It could be a really nice melee mech. I can't wait to try it out, and we will try it out in hopefully, but it won't take too long.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Well, we got some more raiding time. So what do we have this time? Last time we had 2.5 skulls, it's still 2.5 skulls, which is very nice. Oh, hold on. What do you mean it's a dual? Hold on. A dual from a raid. Let's see, you block. You're going in that direction. You will be using my Huron.
Good to go.
Not sure what else we take with us. But definitely take the Huron. Usually we go all money. Oops, all money in these situations. It's actually against the Oregons. Alright, so what am I going to use? I'm going to use block the Bleak, and you're going to pilot the Huron. It's 2.5 skull, so it shouldn't be too high max. So medium max should be fine, even though we mostly got trash max. Normally I don't like the Hephaestus very much. Big match. we actually got that mech. We found it like that. Thanks for the follow, by the way. It's amazing. I could only imagine maybe having a better autocannon later on. Like I said, we just started, so we don't have very much. Maybe a slightly better autocannon, and then maybe we could save a bit of weight and give it more armor or so. It would be nice. We got this Hephaestus, which is quite powerful. Many weapons, but it's very slow. So for a duel, I'm not sure, man. Finish up would be quick, but you're quick. You're my melee guy, so actually should be fine to take the Hephaestus. I think we had... what did they have in it? Deb, maybe? No, you're in the Witwerf. Who the hell is in the Hephaestus? Cicada EU, apparently. Let's hope you win this. Are you able to make mechs? Yes and no. Do you know this game? What you can do is, basically, you cannot design mechs from the ground up. You find mech parts, you can salvage them from your own battles, and then you can make... you can build those mechs, and they come with some pre-configuration. And then you can change around all the parts that you see here. Well, not always, but basically all of it. You can change out and make your own version of that mech. And you can take some absolute shit mech and give it the best of the best parts if you wanted to, and make it a menace. This here, since you don't seem to know it, you know this game yet. This game is called Battletech. It's quite a few years old by now, and I'm playing a mod called Battletech Alternative Universe by now. That is also why sometimes the loading times are so long, because the mod has so many more mechs and so on and so forth, and the game doesn't do well with... how should I say? Doesn't do well with scaling up. It basically uses only one core or something like that. But the base game also is pretty neat, but I just like all the additional stuff that you can do here in the mod. And right now we're having a duel apparently, and I'm not sure if a duel is a good idea to do during the raid. And basically we are at a half difficulty, you could say, right? There are up to 5 skulls, which represent the difficulty, and 2.5 skulls in a duel shouldn't be too heavy mechs, so hopefully we don't get trounced. Need to battle mechs. Yeah, basically this is the main game, I think, if you want to enjoy collecting parts, collecting mechs, making your own mechs, and so on and so forth. So it's very nice for that. It's a round-based game, more or less. And between the missions, you can manage your own ship, upgrade it, upgrade your mech parts, and so on and so forth. If you like more the action side of the game, then there are Mech Warrior 5, which has their various DLCs and so on and so forth, but you are actually in the mech and piloting it directly.
Initiated.
Else, this game is probably the one that you want, maybe with a few, one or two mechs, mods or so. Alright, let's see. So they're apparently here, directly at the border. I don't have a PC or anything. Ah, okay. I think this game is PC only. I'm not sure about the MechWarrior stuff. There are also, of course, tens of books. Not just not tens, tons of books. If you like MechWarrior 2, and actually also quite a few lore channels which do amazing work. Let me link you one of those. Well, 2 of those. Which reminds me, there should be a new one coming out. Then von der Planke, maybe? MechWarrior, was it that one? Ah yeah, this is then von der Plank. Dip. That guy makes very cool lore videos. And you got basically dozens of hours to watch if you're interested in that. And then there is the Black Pants, something. The Black Pants, maybe? The Black Pants Legion, which also does quite a few channels like that, but a bit more personalized and fun. Oh, don't worry, we're making tons of mechs, but the battles also take a while here.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, in this game here I got initiative, so I want to wait and maybe they move so that they come closer and waste their turn. Suddenly it doesn't work out. In that case, let's use you. Get you a bit closer to there.
Aye, aye.
And then they will have to move. Let's interlock the guy with 70 tons. It is quite a bit more heavy than we can. It's a guillotine. And that is... I didn't see it very closely. What the fuck is this? I have no idea what this attack is. What the fuck? Stop! 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 What the hell?
Heavy fire.
What the fuck was this?
Armor lost.
In this case, I found the mech, and it was already basically it's a one that is a community build, which means some of the community built the mech and was added to the mod, and was already basically perfect. I would love to switch out the reverse Gauss for something else, but it's fine. I'm not sure what that shit was. I've never seen something like that. Normally I find mechs and then I switch parts around to add more armor, maybe put in a different engine, stuff like that, you know. But in this specific case, the mech was actually really well built, so I saw no reason to do it right now. Yeah, I would like to know what that mech did. You could hear the beeping sound, right? That's from that mech, because it shut down due to the heat. It shot so much, it probably is full on heat, and it's probably out of battle. But my own mechs are also standing in freaking fire, and we got Inferno Gel, which means we generate additional heat. We don't like that.
Awaiting
Thankfully,
orders.
the Huron Warrior is a melee mech mostly. So, I would like to know what this was. I want to see what kind of insanity was this mech, man. So this is a catapult, and as you see, the heat bar is completely full. Not just a bit, but completely full. Normally around here, right? That is where you need to be careful, but it's completely full. I think it's nearly maxed out, so that's why the mech shut down. The pilot will probably cook alive, and there's a very high chance that this whole mech is dead forever. In fact, you got some engine crits, so it gets even additional heat. And what it did use are the MLRS. Basically some configurable missile launchers. I would love to know the details about what exactly was in there, but that was like 10 turns of rockets or something like that. So if I were to take a shot, just saying, right? The heat actually wouldn't be very much. Well, it's still quite a bit, but it's fine. Let's take a
Target
shot.
wired and locked in.
Now basically, when you shoot your own weapons, right?
Battletech power up to
Your own weapons also generate heat. And it immediately falls down again. I imagine that. But basically, if you use your own weapons, that generates heat, right? Because, well, you fire a laser, that does generate heat or something like that. And normally you got various heat sinks that sink away the heat, so that you can deal with that, or maybe you just don't attack for one turn, or only use a few of the weapons, right? Stuff like that. But
Commander.
if it's too much, right, then of course it can happen that flip. So then it can happen that your own mech gets hot from that. And of course there are also other weapons, right? You can use flamers, you can walk through stuff like that, you can get shot by this Inferno Gel stuff, you can get shot with certain plasma weapons that generate your own heat and so on and so forth too. But basically, this guy shot so much stuff that he completely overheated. he went completely mad. See, now if we were to shot, it'd be super hot for us because we moved out of burning terrain. We got this inferno gel still, right? All not so nice. So we could disable the M lasers, and then the heat is actually bearable. And this is quite nice anyways because the hit chance was quite low. It would be cool if the PPC could hit, because that would make it so that he gets a -2 to hit in addition to anything else. And it did hit. See, right now I got this here, so plus the difficulty to hit anything. This one here, for example, got a PPC and 4 M lasers and a SRM6. Actually, can I see? Whoa. Okay, yeah. Can I see the info for that? For example, right now you can see here at our own reverse Gauss rifle, right? We would do 45 damage and 30 stability damage to the other mech. We would have a -1 accuracy because the close mode is not as good as the long mode for this weapon. And we would generate 16 heat. Something like that, yes. Just think it a bit more sophisticated, right? What we're doing is walk around to here and get 8. That's pretty good. So we can walk around to build up more evasion, that we can hit less bad, and then we're going to hit it with that weapon into its back. Sadly, Block the Bleak doesn't have a it's not specialized in using weapons yet, else he would attack twice.
I understand.
So we exposed the structure. He's also unsettled and unsteady. Unsteady means he cannot run, and if the threshold would be reached while he's unsteady, he would fall down. In fact, is it actually this?
Battletech power-up detected.
You probably shut down again, anyways. Yeah, not unexpected. For example, in the do you have it somewhere visible? Let's see. Fire finally went out. We still got Malus from here though. For example, here we got 2 specialized heat sinks that help with that. We can maybe after a mission read through the lore stuff, how they explain it away.
Standing by.
5 is pretty good. 6 is even better and we attack from the side. We still got Inferno Gel. I think that stays for a long time. But now would be overheating, now it's fine again.
Target acquired.
Again, the center damage is very neat, armor slowly getting down.
Reporting.
And we're going to do this, well, hopefully the same thing that we did to you earlier. Just we can't attack from behind anymore. Shame. How much evasion will we get? 9? 7. And I'll take 9 and just hit you from that side, should be fine.
Of course. Locked on for physical attack.
But yes, ultimately, it's not exactly vents or fans. It's something more sophisticated that basically bleeds the heat out of your machine. I didn't like this DFA attack here, this death from above attack. But he got it worse than us, I think.
Let's go.
Yeah, he directly panicked and jumped out.
Orders.
Hit us in the head though, but thankfully we didn't get hit there. We need to use Vigilance, because then we can solve our ability here. Especially some kind of special ability, you can see it. If I want to use a weapon, I need to go to here. It's only a evasion of 4, which I don't like, so we run a bit further away and then run back. We are at 7. Much better.
Coordinates confirmed.
And like I said, the damage we do with weapon is now
Yes, Commander.
decent, but it could be much better. Because
Aye,
if we are specialized, then Block here, the pilot of the Huron Warrior, could attack twice. So you can easily see why that would be pretty neat, right?
Engaging target. Let's go.
Alright, now he actually is alive. He does DFA again! And of course he's unsteady and will now fall down.
Warning.
I'm not sure what he hit. It didn't do much, I think. But yes, you will be falling down because we are going to attack you from behind. You will then fall down. In fact, you don't need to walk that much, but I want to do it anyways. We keep attacking from behind because the armor is usually less there. And since you're already here, you only need to do one more stability damage, which you will be doing with the weapon, and then you will be falling down. In addition to the damage we already do with the hit here.
Engaging.
Yeah, the orange number means basically we attack the internals. We are through the armor somehow, and we attack the internal stuff and can also destroy it. Although he fell down, he got a fracture in the leg, which means he can move less. Movement penalty, yep.
Waiting for orders.
Ba-bum. Let's get a clear
On
shot.
the move. Full speed.
Let's go with precise strike, I guess, to ensure we actually hit something. We could go after the shoulder. There's an engine, which means we hit the engine and destroy it, the whole mech is gone. So sure, let's take that. Oh, it's too hot again. Well, we can go with that at least.
Engaging target.
Please don't DFA again, buddy. He does DFA again. He actually misses. And then the just jumps out.
Mission successful.
Very nice for us. Went in a very surprising way too. Multiple things here actually were surprising to me. Namely the crazy amount of heat missiles there. I think they went on for like 10 seconds only firing missiles. It was insane. So, anyways, a nice amount of money, very nice amount. The damage is all only in the armor side, so nothing bad. Now this catapult. Heavy fire support. Oh, the MLRS counts as a super weapon. You're basically capable of mounting 2 MS for a total of 400 tubes, missile tubes, right? And I think they shot all of them at the same time. Then that's why it was a bit, just a bit, you know, overdone. Yeah, this is what they used. Damage, 200 shots basically, and also same amount of heat. But also, you can see on the very right side, it generates 100 heat. So, oosh. You know what, give me an Engine XL. I like Engine XLs. Now we didn't count for too many stars, but we actually got the super weapon. Interesting. We also got a pretty big core which we could sell, and 2 catapult parts, and 3 extended range medium lasers. That was certainly something, man. Certainly something. Right. So let me show you again how the mech building works, and we can also take a look at the heat sinks. I'm not sure if there's an info before that. Basically, we need to do one more raid, I think, then we would finish with that raid. Mech Bay. Let's see, we got some money now, so we could actually work on a few mechs. Namely, yeah, we could work on the fire starter actually. Since we now got a proper melee mech, you need to be refitted. So heat sinks, this would explain what exactly they are here. Heat sinks actively expel thermal energy generated from firing weaponry or other sources, preventing damage from excessive heat buildup. The effectiveness can be negated by the surrounding environment positively or negatively. So basically just they literally sink heat away. That's the lore for that, I guess. And we got a heatsink kit for SHS. Basically, that's our normal cooling system. There's an upgraded cooling system, which is the DHS, which simply is a double heatsink kit or something like that, I think. Which is mostly better, but not necessarily so. So I want to put all the flamers in our flame mech. The fire starter should be a true fire starter. So we have these hard points here, right? These here means the minimum amount for heatsinks that we need to use. These here are jump jet hard points, which normally are pretty cool, but I don't like to use them in this game because I find mostly, not always, but mostly better uses for the amount of tonnage that's available. Then we have 2 slots for ballistic hard points, so autocannons or something similar, or Gauss rifles. 2 slots for energy hard points like lasers or PPCs or something similar, and we got 6 slots for so-called support weapon hard points. It could be flamers, it could be the anti-missile system, MGs or whatever else we would possibly have. I think these here also count. The small lasers here, I'm not sure. But I want it to be full-on flamers. Basically we got 6 flamers right now in this whole mech. Heat efficiency is apparently quite low, but that actually is not true because the flamers don't generate any heat. So it's actually that the heat data is minus 40, so it's not really showing that as much as it should. We still need to have these heat sinks here because, well, they're mandatory. We've got 1.3 tons remaining right now. What we could definitely use in this mech would be a Guardian ECM. That makes it so that the mech cannot be targeted by something like a sensor lock or so that we do not lose our evasion, so we stay quick. Hey Sunash. You know my biggest problem with this mod, funny enough? Favorite area is 315. Yeah, that's also pretty cool, right? I mean, both hits are pretty cool. Oh, Sunash, did you see the fight 5 minutes ago? Did you see that? You know what? Let's splurge on it. Let's add engine XL, so basically much less weight, but we have engine here and here, and if it gets if these parts get destroyed, the whole mech goes up. We fought against a catapult with 2 super weapons. I got the... Actually, I can show you that super weapon probably. That here. The catapult got 2 of these things there. Basically, it shoots twice that, so it was 400 damage and heat, and also generated 200 heat for its own. Yes. It was like 10, 15 or even 20 seconds. And the holes where this thing shot, right? It went on and on and on. It was just shooting, shooting, shooting. It never stopped. And of course, the mech was completely overheated. You may want to watch that. It was hilarious. But thankfully it didn't hit my mech. Else it would have been toast. I was just in a sea of flame. It was insanity. The whole screen just flames. The thing shooting for easily 30 seconds. Yeah, there's a word. I always make the word automatically. Don't worry. And of course I always load it up into YouTube, right? Anyways, I want to use a heavy ferro while we at it. Ferro makes it so we have even less tonnage, but it takes place. Now we got 6 tons more to play around, so the main thing should be a better engine if you can wing it. Actually, you could also put stealth on it, actually. Hold on. You put stealth on it, we generate a bit heat, yeah, we don't have as much. But actually, we can prop... Also, I got an amazing machine in the mission earlier. A really amazing machine. Anyways, we got currently a core for tonnage 5.5, we can have 4.3, so around 9 point something something we can use. That would be... yeah, maybe you? If we put you in it, we are very slightly over it, but very slightly only, so... just put 10 out of the bag, I guess. And then we would have even more movement. Quite costly to do so, but at least we got a very quick, very stealthy one. You could use an gyro XL actually. No, we can't because gyro is locked in. These bars here mainly, you cannot change it out. Shame, I guess, but I think we have still a pretty good mech for that. Validate. Ah yeah, and the other mech that I got is this Huron here. It's community content. You can very easily see that. But I got the mech just like that, right? And I wouldn't mind getting a different Gauss rifle if I had something worthwhile. So we can even get more armor maybe. But basically, we got the TSM. So our weapons do 30% more damage, right? 10% walking distance. We got a supercharger in it, 40% more walking distance, a core 300, an engine XXL, a gyro XL, and of course we got our nice headset to that. So that is actually a fantastic mech for a melee mech, right? I actually here we do have a DHS seatsync. Yeah, insanity. It was definitely very fun to see that. Also very, very scary. I thought I was dead, to be honest. I so thought I was dead when I fought this thing. But, you know, it worked kind of well. Didn't really hit us, I guess because the pilot was shit. But I'm very thankful for. Okay.
Reporting.
Now, Block really needs to get that thing which gives him more punch. I think that is Juggernaut? Was it Brawler? Who kicks punch DFAs? No. There's something else. I thought it was Guts. What was the one with melee weapons? Was it Juggernaut? Ah yeah, auto grants one extra attack using physical weapons. But we want to get to Guts immediately now for Block the Bleak. He will be murdering things so quickly. I think Deb wanted to go gunnery and tactics, right?
Receiving you.
Dirtnap is just a lowly NPC, so I just put everything to 4. Finboy wanted
What do you
to... I don't remember what Finboy wanted to do. I think Finboy wanted to go gunnery? Yes, it was gunnery because he's the only one that can pilot everything. Oh, but what spec do you want to do? Hey Finboy, nice to see you. Finboy, did you see the insanity earlier? Also, we need to specialize you into something. Oh, I fought a mech with 2 super weapons, namely MLRS, and each of these shoots 200 missiles at once. It was like 30 seconds of only missile shooting. Yeah, view. And we got a... yeah, thankfully they didn't hit us very well, but it was standing in a sea of flame, and of course the mech cooked itself. That was amazing. You really need to watch that. And we got a very good melee mech, maybe the best one we've ever had. That's why I'm going to doing block for that. Anyways, what do you want to do with Finboy? They're all very good, but it depends on what we want to go for, right? Perfect targeting is nice because always ignore 2 evasion. Precision master is nice if you concentrate on one weapon, let's say on one big autocannon, for example, right? This is done very nice, or we concentrate on some kind of damage type. We do then 10% more damage and get 1 more accuracy. The last one will be doing even more damage, so maybe we stack it. Because we can something like Precision Master also via a mod, I think. How about we go ballistic autocannon stuff? Yeah. Do you want to do that? Ballistic Master over Energy Master, or do you not care? Because basically everything here is pretty good. Besides these, maybe, because you're not going to use those. Basically, do we want to shoot many lasers, or do you want to shoot an autocannon or energy? Alright. Energy. There. The disco variant. Because then we go to here, we will be taking the overwhelming aggression, which is again 10% more damage, you know.
Mech warrior training.
Alright.
Yes, Commander.
Hack has a dirty NPC too.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Good to go.
Infinity. I'm not sure what we want to do with Infinity. I have no idea. He's currently doing the fastest, which is bull. But he also has some of it. You can go back to the fire starter actually. You know, all on fire. And fire starter was pretty good with Eagle Eye, I think? Eagle Eye and Knife Fighter, yeah. So going to tactics and then maybe get piloting, because right now you got the stealth stuff, and if we take sure movement, you gain an additional bonus evasion, so good even more. That's pretty good.
Training complete.
Oh yeah,
Hey there.
before I show you the other thing, you need to recheck the watch for that. It was insane. It was like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Very fun. But let me show you our melee mech too. Cyclone. So basically a small, quick mech. You always spread something like that. It's got a bit of guts. Better gunnery to shoot things with.
Mech warrior training.
And McBay. That here is the Huron warrior. And we got our headshot right, so that's why Dep block will be going after that. We got the TSM for 30% more damage, 10% more walking distance. The supercharger for 40% more walking distance, and we got engine XXL, gyro XL, core 300 in it, stealth armor, you know? That's crazy shit. Like really crazy. Oh yeah, please chat to your patriotic duty. Oh no, he just posted that he starts it. Okay. Which means the game the Dep doesn't want. Let us raid Lucky. We will continue this game as usual next Monday. Tomorrow I'm going to play more Neo, but it will probably be a bit later. Because a friend comes over at 6 of my local time, so I'm probably going to be 1 or 2 hours later than a normal. Anyways, hope you had fun, and maybe see you tomorrow. Bye bye.